Thank you. Sanibonani. Ninjani. Hey, tada. Let me firstly thank the Executive Mayor of the KSD local municipality, Mr. Nelane, for the introduction. Let me also recognize the chairperson of the College Council, the principal of the College Council of the KSD TVET College. Let me also recognize the CEO of SAMSA, who spoke quite extensively about our partnership and also about the focus that SAMSA will be investing in this area, and hopefully it will lead to, as I will indicate later on, to a maritime institute. Let me also recognize the college staff, the teachers who are here, and more importantly, abantwana bethu, abantwana besikolo. Sanibonani. Eita. Who's it? Sharp. Okay. Now we're having this year again the TVET College month, and this is the launch. And we chose to have the launch here in the KSD local municipality because of the potential that this area represents. It represents not only the current, but it also represents the future. But I think more importantly for us, this being the 6th year that we are hosting the TVET month, we always deem it important that we go into those areas which in many instances information cannot reach as easily as in others. But as you are aware, and as the CEO has indicated, the CEO of SAMSA has indicated, we're also having this together with the South African Maritime Safety Authority, and we're quite excited that their mission is to promote maritime interests and development, and to also to position our country as it relates to the International Maritime Center, which he explained, whilst ensuring maritime safety, health, and environmental protection. And I'd really want to see many of you who are here today, and also our students who are in the TVET colleges, considering a career in the field of maritime studies. Quite exciting, some of the possibilities that are there as part of the maritime programs and careers. So I really hope that we will be seeing many of you pursuing that. Now, this TVET College Month also takes place during Women's Month. And I was saying to Mr. Nelane that we are almost representative here in the podium. So hopefully as we go on, we will have more and more women being part of the podium. Now, this month, which is Women's Month, reminds us of South African women of all races who marched to the union buildings in Pretoria with the aim to protest against the apartheid law, past laws for black women. We acknowledge the immense contribution towards the liberation of our people made by women like Helen Joseph, Rahima Musa, Sophie de Bruyn, Lillian Goy, and many others. And we aim to build a South Africa where young women in particular are encouraged to take power and authority, just like the estimated 20,000 women who marched to the Union buildings on the 9th of August 1956. And this year also marks 25 years since the dawn of democracy, and therefore presenting opportunities for young people in particular. Our aim as government is to invest in young people, and we see education as being crucial towards this investment. It is our desire to see young people grabbing these opportunities with both hands and with a commitment to be successful and to serve their communities. Now, in the past, there were certain careers which were reserved or dominated by men. So post 1994, most of these opportunities were opened up to everyone. So we've seen women claiming their rightful place by pursuing various trades in technical vocational institutions such as construction, engineering, welding, fitting and turning, and many others. The principal young women can now be mechanical engineers and all these other professions which we've shown. They are studying in our colleges, and I really want to encourage Otisharabe to talk in particular to young women that there are a lot of careers which were reserved in the past for young men, and they need to pursue those careers. That's the only way within which we can see the end of patriarchy and the end of domination by men in these particular careers. And we really also want to see more women in leadership positions as managers and as directors of large organizations. There are many opportunities for young South African women with vision and commitment to stand on their own. Hard work, dedication, and persistence are critical ingredients for success, and this resonates with the observations which Nelson Mandela once made, that it always seems impossible until it is done. Despite complaints to the contrary, there are several opportunities and resources around us that we can use to advance our personal aspirations. And on top of those opportunities is the provision of quality free education, provided we commit to our studies and aim for success in our learning institutions. Bakhona bayenze grade 12. Nizopasa with distinctions. Yes, that's what I want to hear. And so part of the things you must do today is to decide where you're going to study, what you're going to study, and all of that. So we have 50 TVET colleges for you to choose from. This college have got 7 campuses to choose from, and it has a variety of programs that you can choose from. So all of those colleges are here today, the TVET colleges, and so talk to them, find out from them what is it that they are studying and all of that. If you want to go to Libode, or if you want to go to the Mtata campus of the KSD college, or if you want to go to Zimbabwe or any of these campuses, talk to them at the stalls and then they'll tell you what to do. We also have the NSFAS, the National Student Financial Aid Scheme, because those are the people or the custodians of the state's bursary scheme or grant, and therefore I really want to encourage you to go and speak to them when we go to into the exhibitions and the stand. Ask them questions so that when you leave here today, you're able to go and say to abazali bakho, I want to go and study at PE College, TVET College, and this is what I want to study. and all of that. And this is the kind of career that I want to pursue in order for me to ultimately contribute into the development of our country. Now, like I said, colleges offer a variety of occupational qualifications which combine both theory and practice, which is the beauty of our college. So when you qualify with most of our colleges, you already have on-the-know job experience. Some of our colleges help you to get integrated work integrated learning experience and all of that. And so if you choose, for instance, in studying our national certificate, vocation, or our NATED programs and or apprenticeship, those are some of the opportunities and programs that are available. And so now, one of the things which we run as, or campaigns and programs which we run as the department, is the Artisan Development Program. So, because we have realized as government that the biggest challenge that we have as a country is skilled artisans. So, now, what is an artisan? So, an artisan is someone who's highly skilled, who's got the training on a particular trade, who's gone to our different trade centers throughout the country and has been tested as to whether the knowledge that they have, both theoretically and practically, meets the standard that has been set by industry. So, as an artisan, you would have gone on to study theory in a TVET college up to a certain level, and then would have had a certain workplace experience or exposure and also training, and on the basis of all of that, you go in and write your trade test and you'll be referred to as an artisan. Now, the reason why we encourage you to pursue training as an artisan is precisely because of the shortage of artisans that we have. Be it in mechanical, in fitting and turning, in welding, in all of those areas, we have a huge shortage. So we are hoping that many of you will pursue when you either complete your grade 10 or your grade 12. Now, so you don't have to wait until you complete your grade 12. Says what? The principal should have actually emphasized this, that TVET colleges where to, as long as you have grade 10, you can come here and you enroll and you do a program which is an equivalent to grade 11 and grade 12. Now, and once you're done, you are better placed because soon better understanding of a particular area of learning. Now, so you can either go to work or you can pursue your studies in a TVET college or go to university and pursue that particular program. So I hope when you get home and you grade 9 and then you say to your parents, look, next year I want to go to a college, you must tell them it is allowed and you can do that. Says what? And especially because most of our TVET colleges are allowing learners to study and study for free, as long as you can show that you qualify. So get as much information as possible so that we know and are aware of what we really want to be studying. Now, I want to reach out to teachers, because in many of our schools, teachers are everything. They are our parents, they are our career guidance coaches, they are all sorts of things to the kids. Now, there's always an emphasis on kids going to universities. Yes, universities are an important component of our education system. But the whole world is investing resources in TVET colleges. And that's what we've also done as government. And we're driving more and more of our children towards TVET colleges. And the reason why we're doing that is because most of industry need kids who are ready in terms of job experience. And TVET colleges presents that opportunity. I know in the past, when I went to a TVET college, which was in 1997, some of the kids who were here were probably not yet born. And so there was this attitude towards TVET colleges. Now, I think we all remember that there was this attitude towards, they were called technical colleges, they were called FET colleges and all of that. And the attitude which was right was that not a lot of resources had been invested for our TVET colleges to be world class. Yes, we still need to do more. Chief. We still need to do more. And I fully agree with you that we need to do more for this college and many other colleges. But we have done a lot to invest in our colleges. And we want to see that progress. And that's why we want to drive most of our kids towards TVET colleges. So, we've got TVET colleges. They're an option for our learners to study in because they present all these opportunities for learners. I've also heard from both the mayor and the chief that this area presents a huge economic potential. And part of the things, principal is, and the chair of council, is for us to locate this campus in particular and the college as a whole to be able to meet the economic needs and demands of the region. So we therefore need to be saying, what are the skills that are needed in order to ensure that our kids will be able to be employed within the area and all of that. And I really want to thank everyone who's been involved in ensuring that this event becomes a success. And I want to see all of us becoming ambassadors for TVET colleges. And we can only be ambassadors for TVET colleges if we are graduates of TVET colleges. We've opened the doors of our TVET colleges. We want to see more and more of you coming to study in our TVET colleges. The question of money is not an issue. The program diversity is getting even much better. The potential of you graduating with on-the-job experience is even much better with the establishment of our centers of specialization. The partnerships that we've established with agencies such as SAMSA and many other businesses shows that we are committed to ensure that the world out there recognizes the importance and how crucial our TVET colleges are. So we're going to be going out, we're going to be sending out this message, we're going to be encouraging more and more of our children to consider studying at our TVET colleges. But more importantly, we are going to work even harder to improve the quality of learning and teaching and the infrastructure and everything else that are there in our TVET college. So I really want to thank you, Principal, the regional office of our department, also the council and everybody else, and the chief. Thank you very much for having worked with us to make sure that this launch of the TVET month becomes a success. Diabule.